All right, here we are. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Profitable Entrepreneur Show, guys, where we live stream every single Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys content, bringing you guys tips and hacks and strategies that are going to help you blow up your revenue, get off that roller coaster, revenue roller coaster, and really simplify your scale. Really excited to be bringing this to you guys. Hello to everybody. We are live streaming. We see a lot of our friends and some new faces following on. So say hello. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We're so excited to have you guys here. We are live streaming in a lot of places. So if I'm looking around, I'm trying to say hello to everybody. Want to let you guys know that I am here and ready to dive in. So for those of you who are new and maybe you are just tuning in for the first time, hello guys, my name is Keaney. I am an online sales expert. I am what people call a sales ninja. And my job is to help you really take your one-to-one powerhouse business and flip it into a one-to-many empire in the online space so that you can simplify your scale, okay? Today, guys, what I want to talk about on the live show, I really want to share and talk to you guys about how to really be growing a highly engaged audience of premium clients in today's market. I think this is really important, right? Because I feel like the market space, the online space has changed a little bit, and a lot of us have had to really pivot. And I want you guys to know that what I'm going to share with you guys today doesn't necessarily mean you need to like start a new business or that you need to start over or anything like that. I really want you guys thinking of little pivots that you can be making in your business that are really going to help you amplify your audience and simplify your scale. So today I want to talk about some pivots. I'm going to share 3 specific pivots that I really want to see in the industry that I want to see you guys making in your business right away, okay? And this is what's going to help you really have that pivot, help you have that shift, that scale with the way that the marketplace is today, because no doubt it's a little bit wonky, it's a little different. There's a lot of things going on right now. And so a lot of things that we were previously doing to market, to get sales, to, fill up your programs, to fill up your groups and grow your audience, it's not working so well today. Right? So there's a few things, and if you followed us for a while, then you already know hands down that, we are really big on audience growth. I think it is an activity that every business owner, every CEO should be doing every day in their business. I think that audience growth is something that should be at the top of your priority list every single day. If it's not you, it's your team. But audience growth, guys, is the #1 revenue generator. If we don't have people to sell to, if we're not bringing new, fresh people into our audience every day, then we aren't growing our company. We're not growing our revenue, right? So it's super important, guys, that you put a huge hyper focus on audience growth, growing your audience, building your audience every single day, okay? Let me know, guys, in the comments, depending on where you're tuning in from, if this is an activity that you are doing every single day. Are you focusing? Do you have a hyper focus on growing your audience every single day? Are you doing that? Are you doing it organically? Are you doing it in a paid? Are you doing it both ways? What are you doing every single day? And are you doing it every day to grow your audience? Okay, that is a revenue generator and it should happen every single day. So that is something that's really important for us here in Keaney Coaching Company. Okay. Now, we also know there's a boatload of ways to do this. So oftentimes people will come into our space and say, well, I've tried this and this and this and this. There's just so many ways to grow my audience. And I don't really know what ways should I focus on right now? What things should I be doing? What are the things, depending on your stage of business, that you should be kind of focusing on in terms of growing your audience as you're first getting started, or maybe when you're scaling up your business, right? Like, what are the things? So I want to share a couple of things. I'm going to share 3 things with you guys today that I think is so important for simplifying your scale, for really simplifying what other people have made super complicated, and really looking at putting that hyper growth on making it super duper easy for you to grow your audience every single day. Okay. And here's the thing. What we're going to share, these 3 things I'm going to share with you today, are absolutely coincisive with today's market, the way that it's changing. Okay. So the things I want to share with you today, guys, are going to work for you, rather we have an economic downtime, rather we're having a crisis, rather, the economy has changed, the algorithm has changed. It doesn't matter. These 3 things I'm going to share with you are going to help you amplify your audience growth and simplify your scale in the online space, no matter what's going on around us in the environment or in the industry. Okay, so these are why I wanted to share these 3 things and not 10 different things. These are the 3 top things that are going to help you to amplify your audience growth. Okay, so the very first thing, and I want you guys to write this down or drop it in the comments below, or just let me know if this is something that you're doing. Okay. So the first thing I want to share with you guys, and the very first pivot that I made at the beginning of the COVID, for an example, as soon as that happened, I realized that I had to, as a leader in the industry, I had to make a pivot. And the very first pivot that I made and that I tweaked, I didn't change, I just tweaked it, little pivot, it was creating premium content. So when it comes to audience growth, guys, quality over quantity is key. It is not enough to just fill up your Facebook group or fill up your email list or fill up your Facebook page or your Instagram with a bunch of random people just to get that number. And I know this is something a lot of entrepreneurs teach and talk about, is just get your numbers up, just get your numbers up, just get your numbers up, right? I know for me, when I first started my coaching business, I had a couple of coaches and mentors that said, I don't care who you get on a sales call with you, just get everybody on a call with you, just get into conversation. And some of that is true, but not necessarily on a sales call with me, taking up my time and just picking my brain and wasting hours of my day. I think it is really, really important, guys, that you're attracting quality leads. Okay. These are people that are, they meet a certain criteria that you have for the type of people that you want in your group, for the energy that you want, for the spirituality that you might want, or the type of clients that you would want to bring into your programs and actually work with. There is a huge difference, guys, in just building up your numbers and building up quality numbers. Okay. There's an entire difference. And the way that you start doing that, okay, the way that you pivot. So if you're someone right now who's tuning in and you're like, okay, I can relate to this. I'm attracting a lot of the people that are probably not the best ideal clients, or these aren't the best fit, or they're not the type of people that I want to be working with. I'm not attracting the right folks. The number one thing you want to pivot is going to be, I want you to pivot your content. You want to start and begin to create premium content, guys. Okay. So we want to be focused on speaking to your premium client, whoever that might be for you. So this could be someone who's a little bit further along, maybe at a little bit of a higher level, a little more established, someone who's a little bit more educated in what you do and why it's important to them, right? So I create content that educates my audience on why the work that I provide in my programs and why the content that I share for free is critical for them, is super important, is going to help them. It's not enough to just talk about what you do. You really need to make sure that your content is educating your new leads, your cold leads, and letting them know right away, here's what I help you do, and here's why this is so important. Okay? Because if you don't educate them, you're not bridging the gap so that they can understand why what you teach and why what you offer is so important for them. You're just another person talking about what you do if you don't explain to them and bridge the gap. Okay, so in the Profitable Entrepreneur community and in the Profitable Entrepreneur Society, that is something I'm always working with my clients on and with my community. You have to bridge the gap for your clients. They need to not just know what you do and why it's so fantastic, but why do they need this? Why is this going to help them right now? And if you don't bridge that gap, they don't invest, right? So I want you going after people that are already taking some steps to be implementing what you do, so that they're a little bit more educated than someone who might be brand spanking new and doesn't understand what you do. If someone doesn't understand what you do, then they don't understand why they need to invest in it and how it's going to help them. Right? That makes sense. Yeah. So when I'm teaching my audience, my cold audience, when I am talking to my cold audience, I want them to understand why what I teach my clients and the way I work with my clients, why what I help you with is going to help you, versus just focusing on here's what I do and here's why I'm so great at it. No one cares about that, right? So you want to start to pivot your content to speak to someone who's just a little bit further along in the game, is a little bit more higher level and a little more educated on what you do. You want clients who are coming to you and they already are invested in what you teach and what you do. Like they already know they need it. They already know why they need it. They already know that they want this in their life, that it's something that's missing for them, that you're going to be able to bridge that gap for them. They need to know that. And the only way they're going to know that is if you talk about that in your messaging. Okay. Your content is going to dictate the type of clients that you attract into your audience, no matter what way we slice it. Right. So I want you guys thinking, how can you make your content more positive? How can you lead and focus on your client already being a little bit further along, like we just talked about, so that they can already see and have that gap bridged? This is where I'm at. I want to get here and I can see how this person can help me do that. I see why what they do is so important to my growth and my success. Okay? Bridge that gap for them in your premium content. So I want to give you an example of how do you pivot your content so that it is speaking to someone a little higher level, a little bit further along, a little bit more invested and educated, a little more positive. I'm going to share with you literally exactly the messaging that I used for the first 5 years in my business that continued to attract people who were really negative. They were really they were super, super new. They didn't understand what I did and they weren't really clear why they needed it. So they wouldn't invest. And it led with me getting a lot of brain pickers, freebie lurkers, excuse makers, really negative, low vibe energy people, and a lot of objections. Okay. So for someone who teaches online sales, we don't want objections. Okay. We want questions. We don't want objections. And I was getting a lot of those. And so my messaging back then literally started off like this. If you're struggling. So as soon as I say that, obviously I'm speaking to someone who is struggling, right? I used to literally say, if you're struggling to get clients or create income in your online business, then and you want someone to hold your hand and help you through your day. And then I would invite them to come speak with me. That's literally how all of my messaging was. It was all about the struggle bus, the lack, the negative, the broke, like if you don't have anything, if you need help, like getting out of bed and getting through your day, like you don't know what you want to talk about, you don't want to show up online, you don't want to like do the work, like all I talked about in my content was the struggle bus and the pain points. And here's why. For the first 5 years in my business, that's what my mentors told me to do. That's what my coaches said to do. Focus on the pain, focus on the struggle, lead with the struggle, lead with the pain, focus on it, talk about it, be about it. And the problem is that when you do that, your content is a Debbie Downer. It's just negative and it's yucky energy and it's lack energy and it talks and speaks to people who match that energy. And so all the content that I was putting out, I was like, why am I getting so many people who don't see the value in what I do? Why am I getting all these objections? Why am I getting these people that do not see that I can help them solve that problem? Like, I don't get it, right? And here's the thing. These were people that were showing up. They were engaging. They were going live. They were posting. They were signing up for all my free stuff. They would book free consultations all the time with me, but they would never, ever invest. And their energy was really, really low, really negative, super lack, a bunch of excuses and objections. So every single thing that I was putting out, all of my hard effort out, was not bringing in the ROI. I was not seeing a reward for my hard efforts put out. I wasn't seeing sales. And if I did, they came really, really hard. A lot of objections, a lot of follow-up. They weren't coming very easily. They didn't feel good. It was super high pressured, really aggressive. And in my engagement level, it was a lot of engagement, but it was negative engagement. It was a lot of like, oh, I'm not there yet. I never make money. Oh my God, COVID is happening. Oh, well, never, business is over. It was a lot of that negative lack energy. There wasn't that abundant opportunist energy that I love and that I have, right? I see opportunity in everything, right? And I'm super positive, right? So I wasn't attracting people like that. And so I couldn't understand the disconnect. And then I started to work with a couple of other mentors, and they're like, well, number one, your message is what is your billboard. Your message is your sign over the door. right? You go to your local grocery store, sign over the door says local grocery store. You go to your local hair salon, the sign over the door says local hair salon. When you go out and about to your local businesses, there's a sign over the door that tells you, here's who we are and what we do. Here's how we can help you. In about 3 seconds, you can look at their sign over the door and know if that is for you or not, and know if that's what you're looking for, and you go in and you get your service or your product, right? Your messaging, your content that you put out is your sign over the door. It's your first impression. It's for all of the online space who is looking at your profiles, they're watching your videos, they're checking you out on YouTube, they're scrolling their feed and paying attention to your stuff, they're opting in, they're scrolling and spying on your website. All of the content that you put out, all that outward marketing effort that you put out, guys, that is your sign over the door. And if it is not clear, and if it does not speak to the right people, then you're going to bring in all the wrong folks. You're going to bring in the people who are not the right people. So your messaging is your sign over the door. So your messaging has to be clear. Within seconds, within minutes, you want your people to know, here's what you do, here's how you can help, right? Like when you go and you know you want to go grocery shopping, you go down the street, you see a grocery store and it has a sign over the door, local grocery store. Boom, oh, there it is. That's where I buy my food. If you want to get your nails done, you know where to go to do that. If you want to go to your local gym, it says local gym. Sign over the door is nice, big, and clear. You know exactly what that is. You know where to find what you need, products, services, whatever it may be. And if people checking out your content online within seconds cannot see that, cannot relate to that, they don't know what you do, they don't know really what you provide, then you have to understand that's who you're attracting. Confused people, negative people, people that don't really want or need what you offer. They don't see the value in it. They don't see why should I invest in this? I could just keep doing what I'm doing or go do this instead. So you want your messaging, guys. I can't stress how important it is to pivot your messaging. I want you to speak to the type of clients that you actually want to be working with. Okay. So I pivoted my messaging because I wanted to work with people. My clients are high vibe energy. They're opportunists. Nothing knocks them down. World class problems do not stop them in their business, do not stop them from showing up, being leaders, having an impact, sharing their message with the world, serving people, helping people, solving problems. They have that high vibe energy. They are so locked in and committed to their business, to their goals. They're risk takers. They are action takers. They are change makers, right? These are people that are in it to win it, and they are not messing around, right? You got to just get out of their way. They will plow through you. Those are my types of clients, right? They don't make excuses. They don't stop doing what they're doing because something happened in the outside world. They don't stop because algorithms are being wonky today. They're never questioning, oh, is this the right thing? Should I do this? I don't know. They're so intuitive. They go with their gut and they're just full-blown action takers, right? They are so committed. They're not stopping. And so I had to change my messaging because the type of clients I work with do not resonate with the language that I was using. So I want to share with you how I shifted and pivoted that message. I did not, and I want to be very clear, I did not change my offer. I did not change my brand. I didn't have to change my business. I didn't have to change my title or what I do. All I did was slightly pivot my messaging to speak to a little bit of that higher level person, that higher level client. Where in the beginning, I was talking about the struggle, right? If you're struggling to make money, you're struggling to get clients, you're struggling to get out of your bed each day and do your thing. That's what I used to talk about. So I attracted the people that raised their hand and said, yeah, I do struggle with that. And yes, that's me. I identify with that. I wanted to create a message that was not that, because I wanted to identify and relate to a different type of client, right? Here's how I changed my messages. Pay attention, guys, to just how I use the words just a little bit differently. It entirely changed the game, okay? My message now, if you go look at my bios, you go look at my content, you look at anything that I'm doing, right? My messaging is more like this now. You've built a powerhouse one-to-one business with dreamy clients who are getting amazing results. You have all the problems that most people think are those great problems to have. You have the full calendar, you're having great consultation calls, you have a booked out client base, but you're ready for more. You are ready for the next level impact and income. Do you guys see the difference? Let me know in the comments if you guys see the difference with that versus if you are struggling to get clients, if you're struggling to create income in your business, if you're struggling to get out of bed and know what to focus on every day, and you need someone to hold your hand. Do you guys see the difference? Nothing about my business changed. I didn't have to change my program, my brand, my offer. I literally just switched and pivoted my messaging just a little bit. In the past like 2 months, guys, this is something I've worked so heavily on with my clients. Pivot that message, pivot that message, pivot your messaging. Lead with the positive, lead with the more educated, lead with your client who's just that little bit further along, a little bit more committed and invested. It will change the game for you, okay? Let me know if you guys resonate with that. Let me know if you can see and hear the difference with that, because it's just that small little pivot where I spoke to at first a client who had no money and no clients. She couldn't even get a client, couldn't make any money. And then I pivoted to talk to the person who's like, I have clients, I'm making money, but I need next level. I need next level, right? This one-on-one thing, it's exhausting. Okay, I'm booked out solid. I can't come up for air. Way different type of people, same type of client, different stage, different level, same business, same offer, all of that. Okay. Do you see how just that little thing can totally change the game in your revenue, in the type of people you attract, your engagement, your sales, how you feel your programs, everything with that one change. Now, the second thing, guys, that goes hand in hand with this, that's so important, so important. I want you to create a premium program. Okay, awesome. Okay, good. I see you guys on Instagram letting me know that this is resonating. Oh, good. Let me check over here. Awesome. It looks like we have some good stuff going over here. People resonating with this. You're getting it. Awesome. Okay, we have people all over the place here. I'm looking on YouTube. I'm looking on Facebook, checking everything out here on Instagram. Okay, good. Now that we kind of have that down, here's the next thing that I want you guys to understand goes hand in hand with that premium content. You have to create a premium program, okay? So once you have the premium content, it will not make sense to have a program that is not premium if you're attracting premium clients. Premium clients want premium program, okay? I want to talk about this a little bit so you guys understand what I'm saying. Another thing that we stand behind in the Profitable Entrepreneur community and society, guys, is high level program, super low tech, hands-on, in 12 months. Okay? I want you to wrap your head around a bigger program, and I'm going to tell you why this is important for a premium client. Okay? So if you're someone who's trying to attract a premium client, I'm going to tell you as a premium client what we invest in so that you can clearly see where you might want to make a pivot. Okay. Okay. Just checking on Instagram, make sure everybody can see in here. All right. So there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than creating this premium content I just walked you through and then putting a baby offer in front of those premium clients. And I'm speaking, guys, as a premium client myself. Okay. Because I'm a big investor. I'm a premium client. We're going to be hopefully hitting our first $1 million next year. So we are not small investors. We're not baby anything, right? We take big risks. We make big investments. We are all in, fully locked in and committed to the business, to the goals, to our team, to everything that we do. So it would not make sense for me as a premium client to create premium content and then slap a baby offer in front of that premium clients. Okay. It is super important that you have a premium offer that a premium client wants and needs. So please understand, a premium client, okay, you're going to create that premium messaging. It's going to bring in and draw in and attract your premium clients. You cannot put a baby offer in front of those premium clients and expect them to buy it. Okay. So this is why the program that you create should be a premium program for premium clients. Okay, so the offer should provide a space, guys, and an experience. Write that down. Space and experience, guys. Two of the most important things inside a premium program, and it's the two things that help you price your program. I have people that'll come to me and say, oh, I'm going to do a 3-month program. What should I price it? I don't know. What is the space? What's the experience? I have no clue what to price it without those details. When you're pricing your program, you're going to price it after you design the space and you create the experience. Then you put a price on it. So when you design your offer, or maybe just tweak the offer you have, you guys can use what you've got, tweak it. I used my same program I have sold for the past 6 years. I have my Profitable Entrepreneur program used to be my 6-month program, and it used to be even my 8-week program. I literally transformed it. It's the same program. I just tweaked a few things. And then the way I talk about it and position it is different from before, so that now it's premium. You don't necessarily need to go off and create a new program. Okay, Shauna said, what do you mean by space? Okay, let's talk about the space. Let's talk about the experience, and then I'll share an example so you understand. So really good question. When you're looking at creating a premium program, you want to think of the container, the time frame, the space. And here's what I want you to think about. If you attract premium clients, what type of space does a premium client want, or does your premium client want? Do they want to come in and get rapid fire results and go off on their way? They want that one-off experience. Again, we're talking about a premium client, high-level client. Think about your high-level client. We want to think of this space inside your program. Here's an example. I have clients that will come to me and they say, I'm working with established entrepreneurs. These are people ready to go to 7 figures in their business. This is just an example. I created a 4-month program. Okay. What are you helping them do? Oh, I'm going to help them take their 7-figure business. I'm going to help them turn it into a multi-million-dollar business. This is just an example. Okay. You're going to do that in 3 months? No, you're not. That's not even possible. That ain't going to happen. I want you to think of the container, the time frame, the length of time that your client is going to need, your premium client is going to need to get from A to B. Some of you guys are creating programs that don't give enough time and space for your client to get a massive transformation. You're stuffing a lot into like a little space. Does that make sense, Shauna? You're taking a big transformation and you're squeezing it into this little itty bitty tiny space. And then you and your client feel rushed and pressured to get those results in this very small container of space. Expand. I want you to think expansive, bigger, think bigger. Here's another example, or I'll give you an example in a minute. Let me talk about the experience. Let me know, Shauna, if that made sense for the space. So the space is like the time that you're going to need to get your client from your premium client from point A to point B with space, expansiveness. Okay, let's see. Shauna said, yes, like 90 days might get the premium results. Yeah, like I don't feel like you can get any kind of big transformation in 90 days. For me, it's just, I have been investing in over 20 years in the industry. I've been working with hundreds of clients over 20 years, and no big transformation comes in 90 days. And even 6 months is not quite enough time. That's why we want you guys to think big. 12 months, create a 12-month premium program. So here's the other thing, experience. This is the other thing that your program should, exactly, Shauna, might not get them results in 90 days. Now, of course, your clients can get some result in 90 days, but not big transformation. If big transformation, if that could happen in 90 days, we would all get in here, and in 90 days, we'd be billionaires, trillionaires, and we'd be out on the beach somewhere. We wouldn't even have to be here right now, right? We know that the work we do takes time. It's usually expansive, and it's usually recurring. Right? There's not really a start and end date with an entrepreneur's goals. There's never like, okay, I made it. I don't have to do any more work. I don't need to invest anymore. I've got it all figured out and I'm where I want to be. Very rarely is that ever the case. Every entrepreneur has a next big goal, the next big dream. There's not a start and end point. It's just ongoing. So you want to create an expansive space. And I'm going to give you an example of what that might look like in a minute. But let's talk about the experience really quick so you guys understand how important the experience is when it comes to premium programs for your clients. The experience, guys, is the journey there. It's the experience that you create inside that space for your client all the way to their result, their transformation. Here's an example I use with my clients that they seem to relate to quite a bit. If you were to book a flight to a destination of your dreams, and the flight was a mess from the very beginning. There were delays, there were layovers, they were out of the drink that you wanted. They, were supposed to have this, easy, nice flight, and it became chaotic and bumpy and just awful. And the people were just like completely rude, and the everyone on the plane was loud. Like, it was just a bad, bumpy, gross, disgusting experience. When you land at your beautiful dream destination, you got there, but the journey there was awful. So what are you going to say? You're going to say, you know what? I am never booking a flight with them again. I am not telling anybody about them. I will never refer them. I want my money back. I want a refund. This was the worst experience of my life. They didn't deliver any of the things that they said. The experience wasn't at all what they said it was supposed to be when I bought my ticket. It was a mess. It was the opposite of all the things. I'll never do it again. I'm in a bad mood. That was terrible. I don't ever want to go through that again. If your clients go through your program, the experience they have with you is like that, they are not renewing with you. They are not referring. They are not going to continue to work with you. They will not reach their transformation. And if they do, they're never going to want to do it with you again. That means they're not giving you a testimonial or a review. They are not going to renew with you, and they will not refer their friends to you. The 3 R's that are the most important thing to your revenue, right? You want a review, testimonial. You want a review from them. You want a referral from them. You want referrals all the time from them. And you absolutely want them to renew, to stay with you longer. None of those 3 R's are going to happen if the experience inside your program is awful. It's got to be epic, big, expansive, uncommonly exceptional, meaning nobody provides this. Nobody provides this type of experience in their programs. This is awesome. This is amazing. I don't want to go anywhere, right? You want to do that because, guys, a premium client will not settle for less. A premium client will not settle for less than that, okay? When I invest in year-long masterminds and big programs, guys, I expect all of that and above. I expect every single bit of that. With a big year-long investment, I expect to be able to renew. I expect to be able to come into that program and have collaborations, community, opportunity. I expect to be customized coaching, customized service, fast service, on-the-spot service. I expect that. As a premium client and a premium investor in my business, I expect nothing less than impeccable, uncommonly exceptional experience and service, right? Does that make sense? You guys would expect that, right? If you're paying a big investment, if you're a premium client, a premium investor, you would expect that in a premium program, right? So you have to create and design that space if that's the experience that you want your audience to have, your clients to have with you. Let me give you an example. And then we'll wrap up with the third the third tip I have for you guys for making sure you're attracting premium clients in today's market. Okay. And guys, who do you think are the first people with everything going on in the world right now? Who do you think are the first people to ask for a refund, to shut down their business, to pause business, and to stop paying you, to stop investing? Who do you think are the first people to do that? Not premium clients. Marie Forleo's not stopping business. Gabrielle Bernstein didn't shut down. Tony Robbins, I'm here. Everyone that we look up to in the industry that are leaders and successful, if anything, our foot is on the gas pedal, right? It's even more. We're up in our game even more because we know the importance of showing up and inspiring and leading and being here and creating the space to inspire and help you guys, to help our community, right? To rise, to help everybody elevate and rise. We know the importance of that. So if you're attracting clients that can't afford you, you're attracting clients who they're not invested, they're so new that they don't have that stamina yet. They don't have that risk invested, right? If you're attracting those types of people, who do you think are going to be the first people to say, listen, I made a mistake. This is fantastic and I love your program and I want to be here. But Jesus, look what's going on outside. I can't run business right now. I got to shut my doors. Or all of this going on right now. We've lost jobs. People are losing their job. I don't see the opportunity. I need a refund. I need to, cancel my program with you. Right? That's because they are not opportunists. They're not invested in their business. You see businesses, local businesses around you that were shut down for a while, but guess what? They didn't close down. Some of them did. But guess what? Some of those people pivoted. Some of those people were adaptable, right? Restaurants did curbside delivery, couldn't go in, but they found alternative ways. Doctors, they were getting on Zoom and doing live sessions online with us and supporting us and trying to diagnose us over the phone the best that they could, right? They had walk-in emergency type of thing only. People adapted, but they stayed in business. And then others that were not adaptable, that didn't have that stamina and that locked-in commitment, they gave up on their business. They shut their doors. They lost their sales. They left their community and they let people down. And they didn't pivot because they weren't adaptable. So what I want you guys to be thinking is the things that we're walking you through right now is going to be what's going to help you to continue to not only survive, but to thrive in the online space, in or out of recessions and crises. Okay, we have had launch after launch after launch all the way through COVID and through everything that's going on in our environment, in our communities right now. We have been able to continue to show up, continue to serve our clients, continue to sell, continue to solve problems, continue to be inspiring, continue to be leaders, fill up our programs with amazing, committed entrepreneurs. Okay, the reason we're able to do that is the things that I'm sharing here with you today. We made these pivots months and months and months before COVID even hit. We were already making these pivots because we knew stuff was coming. We already made the changes, right? So I want you guys, here's an example of I want to give you an example of what my program looks like and what it used to look like so that you can see how we shifted and pivoted to be more adaptable in today's market. So my Profitable Entrepreneur program right now, it is now for the past couple of years, a 12-month accelerator program. It is a premium program. It is a minimum of a 12-month commitment, and it is an implementation, accountability, and customized coaching program, right? The clients that are in my program are launching, selling, going live, showing up, filling their group, growing their audience, collaborating, getting interviews. They are going all in. It is a hybrid, high-level premium program, okay? And it provides that uncommonly exceptional level of customized live coaching, accountability, and implementation that I was telling you in the beginning, that experience. The experience inside of my program, here's what I did. I looked around at my competitors. I looked around at the other people in the industry. I looked at my past investments. I looked at all of that and I said, what's missing? What is not being provided that needs to be? What is missing? What did I not get in my investments previously that I felt if I would have had them, I would have thrived. I would have got better results, bigger, faster results. What do I feel is missing? What are my clients telling me when they come to me and they say, I've made a lot of investments in, but here's what happened. What are they telling me? What is missing? What could I do different? What could I provide in my program that is not being provided elsewhere? And then I designed my program with those elements. I took a program that the Profitable Entrepreneur program, guys, it was a 6-month program before. It was module focused. It was cookie cutter. It was open, close cart. You came in at the same time, you stopped at the same time, and everyone was on the same path. And it was module training focused, very cookie cutter. Same crap everybody else was selling at the same time at that time and is still selling today. Same stuff that does not fit for everybody. It doesn't work for everyone because it's so cookie cutter and black and white. There's zero customization. The other thing that I noticed is that, my program used to be very little access to me. It was 6 months, module focused, cookie cutter, very little access to me. So what I found is people coming in the program, they were getting the content, but they weren't able to get the result because they needed help implementing. They had more questions, or their business was different. They were unique, and what I was teaching wasn't 100% working for them. So because they didn't get access with me, customized coaching and support and accountability, they didn't implement through to get the actual transformation. So they only got small wins and not the big transformation. So they didn't want to refer their friends. They didn't want to leave a testimonial. And they certainly didn't want to renew to keep working with me because they didn't see the benefit of it. How many people have ever experienced that, either in your investments or you've had your clients experience that in your own programs? How many people? It is a thing. It's a thing, right? And so the way that I redesigned the Profitable Entrepreneur Program is I took it from a 6-month module focused program to a 12-month live program. My clients still get access to hundreds of trainings in my membership site, but they're structured A through Z in a very specific order. They are very implementable, but my membership is now part of my program. It is not the heart of my program. It's only part. The heart of the program is the daily, weekly live coaching calls, group sessions, customized, tailored accountability and support, Voxer with me live in the group every single day. It's the access and the training specifically customized, tailored for each one of my clients that they receive that can never be given in a one-on-one program or anything like that. I don't even see it in the marketplace, right? And I build people and I put people first. None of my people go through automation. They come through people, humans, me and my team. And this was another thing that was missing in the industry. Everyone was so focused on automate, funnel, email sequence. The problem with that crap is that it's so dated. It's so everyone knows they're getting stuffed in your little automated sequence that's leading to some random pitch to something they don't even want or need. And everyone knows when your live webinar is pre-recorded. And then they're going to go through 500 billion email sequences after that are going to pitch them some weird thing they don't want. We all are very well adapted to what that looks like, and nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. The time it takes to create all that, you could just get into conversation directly, two-way conversation, human to human, people to people, and have a conversation and move your sales faster. So I changed my program to teach that to my clients. I close 100% of my sales in my DMs. I now teach my clients to do the same thing. And guess what? They cut out 20 hours a week of funnels and email sequences and technology and learning tech and setting it up and behind the scene crap. And now they're people to people, human to human, right? So in my program, I bring my team in. My team goes live every week. They coach you, they teach you, they train you. We have people on different topics. It's a one-stop shop. You get everything you need, and none of my clients have to invest in anything else in my program, in their business, because they get it all right there. So again, that is way different than what we previously had it structured as. And that is way different than what the marketplace offers today. We eliminated 90% of automation and we hired people instead. And we put people behind our business. And as soon as we did that, our conversions exploded way faster, way more of them. And they went from just investing one time to 12 months and renewing for another 12 and renewing for another 12. And they refer all their friends to the program like crazy and earn amazing commissions doing so. So we entirely changed the game, and our program is the same. We just restructured it. We talk about it differently. It's positioned differently. Same program. So I want you guys to understand that, because I think it's important to understand, what do your clients need? What does a premium client need to get to the actual transformation? Okay, you've got to think about that for your client, and then that's what your program needs to look like. Now, the third tip, guys, the final tip for you is for really attracting premium clients, guys, in today's market, is be a premium client. There's nothing worse that makes you feel like an imposter than trying to charge $5,000 when you think $5,000 is a big investment. If you're someone who's like, oh, I don't dare to invest $5,000, that's just too much money, but then you turn around and try to sell a $5,000 program, instantly in your mind, you've already said $5,000 is too much to invest right now. So what makes you think your clients are going to invest $5,000 in you? You're going to have a disconnect there. You're going to feel weird about it. You're going to feel out of alignment about it. And you're going to have objections come up about it. Will they invest $5,000? Plus, you're going to say, but I'm not even invested in my own business. So why would they invest in me? And you're absolutely right. Why is anyone going to invest in you if you're not investing in yourself, right? Why is anyone going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? Why is anyone going to follow your lead if you're not leading? If you're not showing up, why are they going to show up? If you're not walking your talk, why are they going to believe you and trust you and see if they can't see that you're doing that? You have to be about it and not just talk about it. You have to be that premium client that you want to be attracting, which means you have to take the risk if you want your clients to take the risk. If you want them to invest, you need to invest. If you want them to get over your fear, work through it, then you have to do that. You've got to be a premium client. If you want your clients to do the work, you need to look in your life and in your business. Where are you not doing the work? Where do you need to show up and do the work? This was one of the biggest transformations for me and also the hardest because I was not a follow-througher. I had so many ideas. I changed my mind every day and I get bored really easily. And I had to learn that I needed to hire people and things to come in and help in those areas that I was not very good at. Right? And so that I could focus on what I was good at, which is coaching, teaching, and going live. That's what I'm good at. I wasn't good at the behind the scene and the small details. So I had to hire a team to handle those things. So I think it's really important for you guys to understand that you're not going to attract high-level premium clients if you're not being a high-level premium client. If you're saying, I would love to invest, but I can't, please understand your people are going to tell you the same thing. And if you are in a sales conversation or you are speaking to people about investing, you're going to feel like an imposter. You're not going to be in full alignment and behind your program and behind the investment because you know why? You know deep down, you're not invested. You're not committed. You're not locked in. You're not sure and clear and totally, totally convicted and totally locked into this. Right? You have doubts, you have what ifs, you have fears, you have lacks, and you're not doing the things. So it's really important, guys. You need to think, dream, and act so much bigger than you are. And the energy that you put out is going to be mirrored by the people you start attracting, right? So I want to hear from you guys. It's your turn. Okay. I want to hear from you. I want to know, what is your biggest takeaway with this? What do you think is the next step for you in making this small pivot somewhere that's going to change the game for you, that's going to get you off the revenue roller coaster, that's going to simplify your scale and help you start, no matter what's going on in the world, attract premium clients into premium programs so you can have a premium life? What is that thing going to be for you? What do you feel that we've talked about here today is something that you are missing, that you need to improve on, that you need to eliminate or incorporate or bring in or make those small little shifts so that you too can have that premium experience for you in your business, in your investments, in your life, as well as for your clients? I want to hear from you. We love to hear from you. Share below. If you're a replayer, hit us up, #replay. Let us know in the comments all of your biggest takeaways and what you're going to be doing next. We definitely want to hear from you, and we'll come right back into the chats and answer all your lovely questions and support you. We're so glad to have you guys here, and we will see you next week at 11 a.m. Eastern for another amazing weekly Profitable Entrepreneur live show. See you guys soon.